and rivalry is very important in track and field?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely.
You need it.
Mhm.
Like, you need the personalities, you need the competition, you bring people to the sport. Listen, I still talk about you to my kids. I was like, hey man, it's hard work. Don't think that Bolt just broke the world record. There's plenty of times he done took some L's to y'all, to you, Tyson. That happened. People forget about those days. Like, oh, he just was breaking world records. No.
So I'll tell you this, and this came from Glenn Mills. So the Usain Bolt's coach came to me the year 07. So when Bolt started running fast, or actually 08, I'm sorry, started running fast, etc. And they said, I want to thank you. And I was like, for what? He said, so we're only running hundreds because of you. He said, Bolt couldn't really beat you in a 200. So we decided, we're going to run the 400 next year. We're out of the 200. We're going to start running 400s. And I was like, okay. He said, but Bolt, and we were at, Crete. I ran 10-1, Bolt ran 10-03. But before Bolt ran the 400, he was begging his coach, let me try the 100, let me try. And he was like, no. So finally he gave in, he ran 10-0. So the next year he came out, he starts running all these times. And as Coach Mills said, we were about to move to the 400.
Yeah.
We were tired of you.
So
and I'm not saying that to brag on myself, but literally, like, man, look, like, Bolt and I remember we ran in Jamaica and nobody knew who we were. And Asafa was the big man on campus. We tried to go to this party. We couldn't even get in the party.
Yeah.
Like, only athletes. Like, dude, we're athletes too. So the next year, like, Bolt can go anywhere. We go to China and this girl's crying because Bolt won't give her an autograph. And he's like, I'm about, my race is in 3 minutes. Like, I'll do it afterwards. And she starts crying. No, so like literally, your story can change that quickly. You never really know. But even for me, as well. Like, I went from like 10-0 racing Bolt to like 30 straight losses. I think I had one more in there, but you just never really know. And people mature at different ages, and there's all kind of stuff that goes into these things that you can't prepare for them.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just still on the fact that you just told me you made Bolt switch to the 1 because he had to get up out of that 2. That's what I heard.
That his coach told me that. I didn't. His coach told me that. I don't know. I if you put a Bible right here and you put me in court, I would swear that that's a true story. Now they might not admit to it now because Bolt is who he is, but I promise you that true story.
True story.
And his start in the 100 was rocky because he was only running 10-0, that 10-0 range. So it was like, I don't know.
Yep. So he ran 10-0 his first race, came back, ran 10-0 at Trinidad. Then we go to Jamaica, and I still have the newspaper clipping to this day. The newspaper article was like, Bolt versus Spearmon, big clash in the 100-meter dash. And I was like, oh, that's real cool. We're hanging out, blah, blah, blah. So you start the race. I run 10-11 as a season opener. Like, that's phenomenal for me. Bolt runs 9-7. So we cross the line, turns around, he comes to me, he's like, I thought you were catching me. And I won't use the words, but I was like, B, you ran 9-7. Like, who about to catch you? Ain't nobody catching you. You almost broke the world record. What was there to catch? Like, I cursed him out. Like, what are you talking about? You stupid. And he's like, I ran what? I was like, dude, you ran 9-7. He's like, oh, for real? I'm like, dude, you. So then we go to New York, and everybody's like, oh, that's fake, that's fake, that's fake. And I said, man, okay. If he didn't really run 9-7, y'all saying he ran 10-0, which means I ran 10-4. I ain't run no 10-4.
You're like, no, I seen him. I know it's a 9-7 because I was in that race and I seen him up there.
Exactly.
You're like,
I cross the line, I'm dipping with the regular people. He's on the backstretch.
You're like, man, no, I just ran the fastest season opener of my career, and this man up here waving at the crowd.
Ever. Still to this day, that's my fastest season opener. So like, nah, bro. Agents were saying it's fake, coaches were saying it's fake, and he goes and breaks the world record in New York. And I was like, I have never felt so much satisfaction from somebody else doing. And that's one thing. Like, I think that's why he'll tell you. Like, I like Wallace because when he was beating me, he was humble. When I was beating him, he was humble. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes you're like, Wallace is confusing because I feel like he was happy. He was happier for me winning the race and breaking the world record than him. Like you're supposed to be sad for you right now. And I'm like, nah, bro, we boys. So like, if I got your back, I got your back.
Yeah.
So if you beat me and you breaking world records, I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong to be where you are, because I feel like I could be. So I mean, that's part of the game too.
That's
If you're
really
one of those people that's spiteful and angry when somebody else wins, like
Mhm.
I'll be cordial with you and I'll talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. Like if you can't be happy for somebody else, now don't get me wrong, you lose a race or something bad happens, you take your day or your 2 days. But if you're the type of person like, I can't be friends with you anymore because you always beat me. Like, what?
Nah.
Like this? Nah, I can't rock with that. That's just, some people are cool with that. I'm not. I'll be, like I said, I'll be respectful. I'll be nice to you, but I can't rock with you like that.
Hmm. I mean, everybody could be best friends until we step on the line. When that happens, then I don't really know you. But after
Absolutely.
that, we can talk
Absolutely.
everything. We can talk shit. It's cool.